Yo, 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 Jermaine back with another San Francisco series video. And today we are going to explore the Mission Bay neighborhood. As of right now, we are technically in China Basin. China Basin is a very small old neighborhood. It actually has a Safeway right back there. It's pretty much the only grocery store around here. And the China Basin area is a little bit older. This area was developed, I want to say, like 15, 20 years ago, back during that time. But the Mission Bay neighborhood is pretty much all brand new. Majority of it was built in the past 10 years. And within the past couple years, in the past 2 years, a lot of places has opened. But this here is Berry Street. Lyft has headquarters down this street here. That's Berry Street down there too. But we're not really gonna focus too much time in China Basin. We're actually just gonna go straight over to the Mission Bay, the Mission Bay, the Mission Bay. Yo, let's go. Now, once again, Mission Bay is one of those brand new neighborhoods. It's a little bit more popular than the what was the past San Francisco series video? It was the East Cut neighborhood. It's a little bit more popular. But one thing I really like about Mission Bay, it's built up to, I want to say, modern times. There are a lot of parks in the Mission Bay neighborhood. There's just a lot of really, really cool random areas that are not populated yet. Because this, like I said, this area is brand new. There is one supermarket. Well, no, not a supermarket. There's one market here. That's a pretty large market. And there are tons of vacancies and lots of people moving in. One interesting thing about this neighborhood I must point out, there's only like 3 buildings in this whole neighborhood that I drop orders off to whenever I come here and make deliveries. And it's unusual. It's this tall building here, this blue one. It's this building straight up ahead, and there's like one other building that's a few blocks in this direction. The only 3 buildings I go to in this whole neighborhood, and there's tons of places. Off to the left here, we have the AT&T Park, or the Giant Stadium. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through, make a loop, and then loop back around and exit to see the Giant Stadium there. The Giant Stadium is pretty cool, and there's also the Chase Arena that just opened. Which it just opened recently, a couple months ago, and it is just right over here. We can definitely do a stroll by there. I actually want to just go to a game just to see it. Like, I'm definitely not a sports person, you know, or maybe I can go to a concert there or something like that. A concert would be pretty chill. But yeah, let's go this way and let's do a little bit of exploring. This is a really nice park here. It goes along the water there. Every now and then, this bridge here lets up, and when the bridge lets up, it stops the traffic and like boats go underneath. It's really weird to see that bridge up because I like never see it up, and then whenever I see it up, I'm just like, so weird. Like it happens so randomly. I haven't seen it up for quite some time, but here pretty much everything's like brand new on this street. I remember back in the day when you can just like park here, like park whenever, but now they've added like parking meters and stuff, and it's like, you know, $2 an hour to park, which really blows, but yeah, that's just what they got going on here. Lots of vacancies here. What we're gonna do is instead of walking down this street, we're gonna walk down this other street. This street here is a little bit more entertaining. And I wonder what this is gonna be. It'll probably be a restaurant or something, or maybe a shop. There's a handful of shops opening up, but I don't really pick up like orders in this area. Like there's a couple places that's pretty popular down here. There's like a little food truck area, which is really weird because if I lived over here, I wouldn't want to go to eat at a food truck. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, come on, like I just wouldn't want to do the whole food court thing. But yeah, finally some shops are opening up. I'm glad to see that picture frame shop opening. That says really, really good things about the place. This restaurant has been here for some time. Yeah. And I guess these people are doing money laundering because who like literally who nowadays walks into the store and buys a mattress? Like everybody buys those sorts of things on the internet, but they finally moved into the neighborhood. 0 interest, end of the year sale. Yes. All right, so I don't really know a lot of history about Mission Bay area. The only history I really know about it is like this was basically a swamp area back in the day. And this was kind of like sort of a no man's land, you know? It was just undeveloped, and it just wasn't a place that you'd want to go to. And now it looks like people are slowly starting to move in. Because for the past couple years, I've noticed that the Mission Bay is more and more people are slowly starting to move in, which is taken, I want to say it's taken like a lot longer than usual. I would think that things would be more of on the happening side by now, but things are definitely not on the happening side. I mean, there's like nothing that really goes on here, but it's just a new place, and there's a lot of cool things. Uber also has a new headquarters that they are building here. We'll walk by that, which is pretty cool. Have a beautiful location. They have this large campus that they're building. There's this nice children's playground area, which is pretty cool, especially when you can build a complete neighborhood from scratch, because that's basically what they did. They pretty much built this neighborhood from scratch, which is pretty dope. Pretty much built this neighborhood from scratch, so you can kind of make it however you want, you know? You can have parks here, you can have buildings there, you can have bikes here, you can have cars there, you know? So up here, we'll go and make a left. This is not the most populated part of the city. By the way, if you notice, you don't really see a lot of people walking. They have this huge dog park for people who love their dogs. It's very, very, very strange about San Francisco. One thing I noticed about San Francisco, people tend to like their dogs more than they like people. And you'll notice how like sometimes people are literally in relationships with their pets, you know? But it makes sense. Like sometimes it's hard to have relationships with people, so it's easier to have a relationship with a pet, someone who can't talk back to you. This is why I don't have animals. Oh, and here, wow, this is cool. Like, I haven't seen this angle for a minute, but they're building a building here, and it's just like, that's like a couple years old, the next block's a couple years old, the next block, like, everything's like brand new. Like, it's super cool. Like, I'm just a huge fan of just new stuff. Like, I love new stuff. Modern stuff, the latest thing, give me the latest thing any day of the week, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it, yo. Soon as it gets old, I mean, I'll still rock it. I'll still love it. You know, I got a GoPro 7 right now, and there's a GoPro 8 out. But I think that when it comes to places to stay, like, I really like the most contemporary things. I wonder where that is going to be. Oh, it's named China Basin Apartments. I wonder, does that have something to do with the name China Basin? I always thought back in the day they called this whole area the China Basin neighborhood. It's a really nice park, actually. It's a very updated park. I don't see many homeless people. I think I've seen one homeless person, but I think we can explain why. Just because this neighborhood's like really new, and there's not a lot of people here. And if you're homeless, you're gonna want to go to a place where you can get things, where you can panhandle, where you can find things, and it's like this neighborhood ain't it. This neighborhood is on the chill side. But I think it's like that today. But in the future, I think this neighborhood is going to be a little bit more different, especially when there's games going on, like basketball games and baseball games going on at the same time. It's going to be crazy in this neighborhood. There's a couple shops that have made it here. It's fancy dog shop. Pretty sure this fancy dog shop will definitely stay in town. some really cool places, like all sorts of interesting balconies. And what's up with this place? Looks like they moved from, I think this place was in the Mission District, actually. Finally, places are starting to pop up. This is really, really good news. Vacancy there. The Mission Bay. So Mission Bay is also very popular for UCSF. They have a campus just right up ahead, but before we arrive to the campus, there is this little food court area, which I pick up deliveries from this area every once in a while. Oh my gosh, it is crazy overpriced for what it is. Definitely wouldn't mind paying these prices if I was sitting down at a restaurant, but it's, on a cold day like today, I don't want to go outside and eat some food. So yeah, we got like one of these food truck areas. We got some pizzas. They got toilets over here. They got the UPS man dropping off Amazon packages. And it's not really busy right now because it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. People are at work. Maybe around 6 o'clock it'll pick up, but 6 o'clock it's dark. So maybe on Saturdays around noon, it's pretty busy. But now it's pretty quiet. It's pretty dead. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue, go up this way, we'll go around, we'll make the loop. This is a pretty cool place to come on a nice day. I must admit, that's a really cool bus, like old school bus that they've turned into like a little social area. And I love this little fireplace here. Really, really, really cool place. I don't know, I guess I got some gardens over here. Let's go check these out actually. Let's go fool around in the gardens. See some teepees over there. French fries, nachos, quesadillas, daily specials. So I've actually never came here before. This is all new. Never came here. Oh, there's Wi-Fi. Oh, this is just another food truck area. Yeah, there's more food trucks down here. I'm not gonna go all the way down there just because I don't want to, they got a lot of music playing down there. I don't wanna mix the music with the video. But yeah, there's just more food trucks and more stuff over here to do. It's so weird to see palm trees over there. Hey, where's the food truck going? Right here behind me, this is 4th Street. There's a little bit more action over here on 3rd Street because this is where the Chase Stadium is. And there's just a little bit more action over here, so I thought we would just go over and walk and check this area out, and then we'll make a left and we'll keep exploring all the way back until we loop around by the Giant Stadium. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Uber's building up ahead. Yeah, I think this is Uber's building up ahead. It's very tricky because they have another sign down on the other side of Chase Arena, but this is what the building was gonna look like, the one that they said they were gonna build. So it's gonna have, cross walkways to connect each building, which is really cool. There's not a lot of buildings in the city that do that. But yeah, that's gonna be Uber's new building there. I think this is Uber's building. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% positive this is gonna be Uber's new building. And then I think Uber's gonna have some more buildings over here. Now here on 3rd Street, this is 3rd Street here. Now right behind me, there's tons of businesses and tons of places that have already been open. 3rd Street was a little bit more popular before 4th Street. Yeah, let me repeat that again. 3rd Street was popular before 4th Street. And then over here we have the Chase Stadium, just up ahead. So Uber is kind of misleading because it says that's the future campus, but that's not the future campus because that's the Chase Arena. All right here, up and close, we have the Chase Arena. Look at this place. More glass buildings. Wow, what building is this? Oh, that's one of those UCSF buildings. This is pretty cool. I don't really want to walk around up there because the security guards here, like, they can be a little aggressive, you know. So I don't really want to walk around too much, but check it out. Something new in the city. This is actually a really cool like tech store. I'm not really gonna go in, but it's actually a really cool shop. Like, they even sell the same bike that I have. I could have just went there and bought it, right? All right, here we have it. Bam, the Chase Center. Yeah, and then there's like more Uber signs on the other side of this building. Yeah, this is not the Uber building. I think they just put it here so people would vandalize the windows here and not vandalize the actual Uber building. Maybe that's why they did that. Well, I've just watched like all of these buildings here, just like all in this whole neighborhood, just literally come up as like since I've lived here. Like it's insane. Up above here, or up ahead, is the bay. So on the other side of this is water. On the other side of that, that's the East Bay. So that's like Oakland and stuff like that. This was a really cool park. Well, not really cool park, but it was actually just kind of like a random park. Like off, you just pull off on the side of the street and you can park there for like hours and hours. They didn't like check. It was super chill. And when they started to build the stadium, of course, all of that changed. And they came in and they, you know, put bike lanes. They cleaned up the area. They repaved the street because before the street was all really bumpy and rocky and stuff. They repaved the street, got rid of all the parking spots, and they still have this green fence up so you really can't get to the water. Well, I guess the water wasn't exactly accessible because it was a bunch of rocks there. But you could, of course, climb over the rocks and get to the water if you really wanted to. But believe me, you don't want to get in that water because it's cold and it's probably not the best place to get in the water. If you want to get in the water, just go over by Fisherman's Wharf. You can get in the water much easier there. And it looks like people are going in the Chase Arena now, actually. I really like how they repaved all the roads here and made all these bike lanes. They're just really nice. I would imagine, like, where would you lock your bike if you're going to a game here? Like, where would you put your bike? Because I don't really see anywhere. Maybe there's like bike valet. I would imagine there's probably bike valet or something. Or maybe people don't ride their bike to the game. Or maybe people don't ride their bike to the stadium. But I would imagine people would. I mean, I would if I would. I'd ride a bike here, but where would I put it? Question mark. Where would I put my bike? Anybody know? Is there anybody watching this video that like worked for here? Is there like bike valet or something? Maybe this is something I should have Googled, but I just didn't Google it. Yeah, I just didn't Google it. I'm like so trying to stop walking so these people can go ahead, but when I stop, they stop, so I'm just gonna go ahead of them. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, we got a lot of mirrors here. We got a lot of mirrors, yo. Cool. Oh my gosh, I should open up this. Oh, it's open down there. got it. We just gotta cross the street and go this way. Now this next neighborhood over here, farther down where you see those buildings, that's the dog patch neighborhood. I will definitely save the dog patch for another video because that's a different neighborhood just down there, completely different. They got other things going on. It's the dog patch, but it's one of those areas that's up and coming, but it's not, I mean, people lived there before it started to up and come, but people sort of lived in, people lived there, but then there was also like a lot of factories and a lot of commercial buildings and stuff like that, sort of like this area. And then a lot of those commercial buildings are starting to close, and they're building housing over there, and they're building parks and all sorts of things. So that's another part of the city I'll show you guys in another video, but just not in this video. But yeah, this is part of this park. This used to continue and go straight on. This was like a long walking trail through a park, but looks like they're just gonna redo it and add some. Yeah, it looks like they're redoing it now, actually. Maybe they'll make, hopefully they won't make it parking, because that would be lame if they just made this parking. Because why make it parking, like, right here on the water? Like, this should be a freaking park for people to enjoy. That'd be a pretty large park, though. But as of now, let's continue to go back down. We are at 16th, and I don't know this cross street here. 16th and... Alright, so over here, if you ever want to know where your Old Navy clothes is made, it's actually, Old Navy has offices here, so I don't know, maybe some of the clothes are made here, but just right over here in the Mission Bay neighborhood. Okay, so as of now, we are getting closer and closer to the stadium, and there's just an angle, which I don't think I can show you guys with this camera, but you just see like the stadium, and then you see like the city in the background. Once I get closer, I think you guys will be able to see, but it just looks really, really cool right now because it's just the buildings and then the city, like bam, like right there in your face, like bam, like I'm loving it. Well, I've never walked down to here before. I've never even seen this. This area, is this open? Let's go check this out. Like, I've never seen this, ever. Like, this is obviously for boats, but I've never seen it open. I really enjoy making these San Francisco series videos because it gets me to come to places where I wouldn't normally go. Like here, like I wouldn't normally come here. Wow, look at that old pier off to the right here. I take it that one's closed off to the public. That would be fun to go out on. But like I said, that one's probably closed out to the public. Maybe if I had a boat, I could ride over. But look how some of those legs are broken. Holy tomatoes. Walking on that thing, it might just fall off and break in the water. It can't even... Maybe it's not able to support the weight of a person, because a lot of those look pretty rotten. What they usually do is they take like the wood of the tree and they wrap it in like these plastic things. And what that plastic is probably, that looks like the plastic just hanging up there, and all the inside's just gone, like it's rotted, because it's just been sitting in the water for so long with no maintenance. Because obviously they don't use this anymore. They probably use something else. Oh, wow. Adventures in San Francisco. There are a lot of neighborhoods in this city. I can't wait to explore all of them and take you guys to all of them. We're going to really, really have a good time in the city and explore. So I take it here in Mission Bay, they can't build buildings too high because I don't see 40-story buildings here, but definitely in the East Cut from last week's video, all the buildings are like skyscrapers. But here, there's like no skyscrapers. This one looks like the tallest one, and maybe it's 10 stories. Yeah, 10 stories is not really tall. That's just a normal size building. Now in this building right here, this is actually a police what is it? A police station. That's a large building. Like, this building's massive, yo, and it has this super large garage. Who knows what goes on in that building? Like, who knows what goes on? That's the cop shop for the Mission Bay. So if anything goes down, they right over here. This is a very, very interesting building. I made some deliveries here a while ago. No, I used to deliver, repair iPhones here. Yeah, a while ago, and this is an old, really, really old building, but it's has some pretty cool character to it. Bay Wheels is one of those electric bikes. Definitely got some construction going on over there. Putting those buildings up, yo. And here is our stadium with trees blocking our view. Okay, so it looks like we got a little miniature stadium here for the little guys. You gotta have a stadium for the little guys. So they got a stadium for the little guys here. You can come over here, you can bat your ball, you can play. Take your little boy, your big boy out. You guys can play a little baseball here in San Francisco next to the real stadium right over there. And you can keep it easy peasy. You can keep it easy peasy, my friend. Let's keep exploring. I'm gonna just walk over this fence really fast, just like it's nothing. Whee! Oh, it's a pretty stupid fence, right? It's so easy to go over. So we have the Old Bay Bridge here. We got the stadium. Now, on a game day, there'd be people all around here, like just everywhere, just hanging out, like taking pictures, like sitting on blankets, just having a good time, like getting ready for the game, you know? But on a day like today, there's no game going on. It's all quiet, it's dead, you know? We don't have a lot of people in the city exploring the neighborhood and checking out all the shops and all the cool stuff to do. I guess technically the stadium is not in Mission Bay because the stadium, Mission Bay, is on the other side of this. Mission Bay is on this side of the water, and over on that side is technically the China Basin neighborhood. So yeah, I guess technically I can't show you this, but we'll still go. But yeah, there's a stadium there. We'll get a little bit closer and then I'll wrap up the video, because that is pretty much the Mission Bay Mission Bay neighborhood. Mission Bay neighborhood. I like it rhymes. Mission Bay, Mission Bay, Mission Bay. Now this here is 3rd Street. Now before we're on 4th Street. When we get closer, you can see 4th Street. It's just really close. But every now and then, this bridge raises up as well. And it's pretty, like I say, it's really weird to see these bridges up. It's like, what? And they're not up for long. You know, they'll go up for maybe 10 minutes. Long enough for one of these barges to go underneath. As soon as it gets on another side, the bridge will go down. Because you can't have the bridge up for too long. Because if you have the bridge up for too long, how are people going to get from this side of the city to that side of the city? They'll have to go the other way around. And that's not that big of a problem for people in a car, but the trains take this route too. They don't take 3rd Street, they take 4th Street. So you can't have, if you have one up, chances are you're going to have both up. Because it's going to, the boat's not going to stop in the middle, the boat's going to go on another side. So that's kind of how it, it's kind of how it works. But like I said, I hardly ever see them up, but they go up every once in a while. On 4th Street, on 3rd Street, you can actually ride an electric skateboard over on this side. But on 3rd Street, on 4th Street, forget about riding an electric skateboard. There's like these big gap hole metal things. Yeah, it just doesn't work. You can't ride a skateboard, you know what I'm saying? You just can't do it. You just can't do it. But I wonder what they got going on here. They're probably dredging or something. But yeah, here we go. We got the stadium here. So we are leaving Mission Bay. So say bye-bye to Mission Bay. Bye-bye, Mission Bay. There's a guy in the crane over there. He's waving. Cool. But yeah, there's that's Mission Bay, and this is I guess this is no longer the AT&T Park. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so politically incorrect. This is no longer the AT&T Park. This is the Oracle Park. I guess Oracle just came in and just dropped some more money and got the name changed. But yeah, this is the Oracle Park. But here we go. We got the stadium. It's a really nice walkway going this way and then going back around on the other side. But for now, guys, I am going to end this video. I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the San Francisco series video, let me know. Let me know. Give your boy homeboy Jermaine a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see other neighborhoods, let me know in the comments below. I'm got neighborhoods lined up and ready to go. But still, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So let me know. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, y'all.